morning children. Today we are going to study balanced and unbalanced forces for the chapter force and pressure. Force and laws of motion. Now, balanced and unbalanced forces. Yesterday we studied about force and the effects of force. What effects force can produce. Now let us see what is balanced and unbalanced forces. This is a table. On this table a box is lying and two separate forces x and y equal and opposite forces are there. X and y are two equal and opposite forces are there. Will this box move? No. This box will not move unless and until x is equal to y, because same amount of force is pulling this box. This box will not move unless and until x or y, either of them changes its magnitude. Also, the movement is due to the change in magnitude of force. Okay, we always see the magnitude of force. It is important. When the magnitude of either of the force x and y changes, the box starts moving, and now in which direction will it move? It will move in the direction of greater force. Suppose if x is greater than y, then the box will move in the x direction. Okay. Now if y is greater than x, then the box will move in the direction of y force. Okay. Always we check the magnitude of the force. Second, movement is always in the direction of greater force. So these 2 points are important. Okay. Now let us take the another example. This is a box. Okay. This is a big box lying on the ground. Here it is the ground. Okay. Now this box will experience a force which is called frictional force between the bottom of box and the ground. Okay, rough floor. So this frictional force is the major force that will be acting on this box. Now if we want to move this box, we should have a force which is greater than this frictional force. Let us say we have two forces A and B. Combinedly A and B when become greater than this frictional force, then only this box will move. So basically when these two forces are equal, okay, so this is called balanced force. Balanced force has not allowed to move this box. But is it always true? Let us see. We will see it later how it is not always true. When these forces become unbalanced, then only the box will move in the direction of this force applied. Okay, so this is called unbalanced force. Now what is balanced force? When the two forces are acting on the equal and opposite direction, then the object does not move. This is called balanced force. Unbalanced forces make any object to move. Okay. Similarly, like this bicycle, when we start pedaling, what happens? The frictional force between the tires and the ground is overcome by pedaling of cycle. Okay. And when the cycle slows down, what happens? Cycle slows down, the frictional force allow the cycle to get slow. Okay. So basically pedaling force is less than the frictional force at that time. So to get the speed again, what we should do? We should again pedal. So basically we are unbalancing the forces. But is it true or is it possible that in case of uniform motion, when the car is in still motion, we can have balanced forces? Yes, because the steady applied is managed by frictional force between the car and the ground. So these two forces, when they are equal, and we say that the car is in uniform motion. So uniform motion means equal distance covered in equal intervals of time. So at that point of time, these two forces are equal, and we say that balanced forces are necessary for maintaining uniform motion. So we have studied that it is not always necessary that balanced forces does not produce any motion. Balanced forces does produce motion in case of uniform motion, but unbalanced forces are always necessary to accelerate the motion. How? If we change the speed of this car or we accelerate the car, then what happens? Steady force becomes greater than frictional force and the car speed will increase. At that point of time, unbalanced forces come into existence. So unbalanced forces are used to accelerate the motion and balanced forces are used to maintain the motion. Okay, maintain the uniform motion. So this is the gist of balanced and unbalanced forces. Next, we have the questions based on the concept of balanced and unbalanced forces. These are some questions. Some boxes are there and they have been written with forces applied, and the direction of forces applied is also there. We need to check how this will work out. So now 6 Newton force is applied in the right hand side direction and 8 Newton force is applied on the left hand side direction. The net of the force is 6 minus 8 or 8 minus 6, 2. So basically this force is greater than this 6. So this force will be able to push the box in the direction which is it applied. So the box will move to the left hand side direction because 8 Newton force is greater than 6 Newton force. Okay. Now 4 Newton is applied to the right hand side direction and 2 Newton is also applied in the right hand side direction. So the total force applied is taken as 4 plus 2. Why we have added and this we have subtracted? Because here the forces are in opposite direction. When there is opposite direction, we always do subtraction, and when we have the same direction, the forces are added. Okay. So the total force is 6 Newton. Now the box will move in the direction of this right hand side direction. Okay. Now here also the two forces are opposite forces. Okay. So the net will be 4 units. Both the forces are opposite forces. They are moving in the right and left direction. So 16 Newton is greater than 12 Newton. So this 16 Newton is able to pull the box into this direction to the right hand side. Okay. Now this is a box which is being applied by 3 forces there. 2 Newton force is applied in the right hand side direction. 1 Newton is in the right hand side direction. And this 4 is in the left. So the net force will be 2 plus 1 because these are in the same direction minus 4. Okay. So it will be minus 1 Newton. Okay. So the box will be moving in the left hand side direction because 4 Newton magnitude is greater than this sum of these two forces. Similarly here 8 Newton force is in the right hand side direction, 3 Newton force is in the right hand side direction. 8 and 3 Newton forces are in the same direction, so these forces are added to get 11 Newton and this 2 Newton is in the left hand side direction. So the net force is 9 Newton and the movement will be in the direction of right hand side because 8 plus 3, 11 is more than the 2 Newton. Okay, so 11 Newton is greater than 2 Newton, that is why the movement is in the right hand side. So these were the concepts related to balanced and unbalanced forces. Today's homework of yours is to differentiate. Question 1, the homework, difference between